Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to your nightly SDP radio show. Tonight, we have a classic 1950s thriller for you, entitled The Matterhorn Murder, starring Danny Mays as Charles Newman, Brett Jansen as Kenneth O'Neill, and Jason Cunningham as Walter. We hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast, and as always, enjoy the show.
Yes, thank you so much. It's good to be back in the old swing of writing. It's a good experience. I think Seasons of Happiness will be. Oh, good to see you. Yes, it's very good
Charles,
to see you.
how's it going?
Yes, it's going well. Thank you.
Oh, Charlie, dear, it's so good. I'm so glad that you decided to publish this book. I just think it's wonderful.
Oh, Dahlia, darling, thank you so much. It means a lot that you're here.
Are we going to see you on the Cape this year? I don't think it would be nearly as much fun without you.
I believe so, yes. Thank you so much for making it out.
Mr. Newman, excuse me, refill on the drink, sir?
Yes, please. Cabernet.
Bourbon or Scotch? Oh, Cabernet.
Yes, please, thank you.
Well, Charlie, what do you think?
There's no one here. My Aunt Dahlia came, but none of the people I asked showed up.
Well, we still haven't gotten the numbers from the Boston auction yet, but we'll hopefully get those soon, and I'm sure they'll be better than here in New York. Don't worry, Charlie. It's a good book. I read it myself. It's got a lot of potential.
It's just not what it used to be, you know. I used to be able to sit down and write all night and come up with a brilliant story. I don't even know. Oh, yes, good. Thank you for coming. Were you able to read it?
Oh, I was. It was good. It will definitely sell. No doubt about that. I'm more partial to the dramas, but Seasons of Happiness, it'll make people happy.
That's good. That's why I wrote it. Thank you.
Your drink, sir.
Thanks.
Listen, Charlie, most authors are lucky if they get just one East of the Nile in your career, and you've had that and many others.
East of the Nile. You know where I was when I wrote that?
Near the Nile?
A small cabin in Montana, all on my own, dreaming that one day I would be published. Many people would read my work.
And they did, Charlie, they did. That book sold more copies in a single week than I've sold in my life of other authors.
Well, right.
Listen, you gotta cheer up, man. This is the release of your new book.
I know. I'm just gonna have to keep going and hope that I can still pull this one through. Yes, it's good to see you too. I thank you very much.
Well, that was a pretty fun reception, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad some more people ended up showing up.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have the numbers?
Sir, they just came in.
Oh, give them to me.
Sir, you're not going to be very happy.
Is there another page?
No, sir.
Let me see.
Look.
Okay.
I'm sure there's got to be something.
Mr. Newman,
I want you to wire them back.
Please,
we marketed it. We put
please, just go get me a cup of coffee.
I'm
Yes,
sure
sir.
this has got to be. I'm going to call up the Boston folks
Don't
right now.
Don't worry about it.
Well,
I'm sure there's not a mistake.
This has got to be.
Thank you. You're excused.
Yes.
They might mean visitors to the debut. This might not be books sold.
This is. I knew this would happen.
Charlie,
I chose to go with the earlier deadline, and because they said it would sell more if we released it in the spring, and here we've released it in the spring, and these are the numbers. And you know what? I just need to go. I just need to go to the Cape Cod.
all right. Yeah, you go to the Cape. Don't worry about this. When you get back after you're done, we'll have some new numbers for you, and things will be much brighter. You just need to go and relax. That's what you need, Charlie. I really thought this novel would set him back on his feet. Sales haven't been so good recently, and boy, he could really use a hit right now. Man, but hopefully he'll be inspired on Cape Cod, be with his family, and hope everything goes well.
Kenneth, Dahlia, Tracy, it's good to see you all.
Uncle Newman.
Charles, it's so good to see you. I'm so glad you could join us here on the Cape this year. You know, the weather's just been terrible, but your arrival seems to have brought in some much warmer breezes.
And you haven't come out to the Cape in multiple years now.
I know. Oh, Johnny, how are you? Can you help me carry my bags upstairs?
Uncle
Thank you.
Charlie.
Thank you.
That's a good boy. Well, Kenneth, Charlie, you haven't seen Kenneth here in a few years, but he's becoming quite the author himself.
Oh, Mother.
Oh, that's very good, Kenneth. What are you writing? Are you writing poetry? You're writing novels? What are you writing?
Here and there, I write different things, but right now I'm working on this manuscript that I thoroughly enjoy writing about. It actually is about my latest travels in Europe.
I just remembered. I need to make a phone call. Would you hang on just one moment?
Of course.
No, of course, Charlie. Now, Kenneth, you realize your Uncle Charlie, he's a very good writer. He's been published many times. I think you should run up to your room and grab a copy of your manuscript.
Hello, it's me. I want you to come up to Cape Cod.
Right.
Listen, I need you to bring my typewriter. Get here as soon as you can. Alright, thank you. I knew coming to Cape Cod was a good idea. Kenneth, I'd love to take a look at this manuscript of yours.
Oh, you would? Let me go get it upstairs. I'll be right back.
Alright.
It's quite good, Charlie. I read it this afternoon on the beach, and it was just lovely. It was very moving. I think you'll really enjoy it.
That's
if you
great.
know anyone who might be looking for a bright new author, he would certainly be a candidate.
Oh, Mother, have you seen my manuscript? I can't find it.
I certainly know lots of people that I could put him in contact with. So I'll take a look at it and we'll go from there. Oh, there you
that
are.
would be lovely.
Here we
See-
go, Thomas.
Let's go into the living room and let's pour a good glass of bourbon.
Here, have a seat. So, my idea for it, I mean, I would definitely love your input on the script, the manuscript. I mean, I would prefer to market it myself. I don't really want to sell it out by using all your contacts.
Sure.
I would like the book to speak for itself, if you know what I mean.
So, does it have a name yet?
No title right now, but I'm working on one. I have a couple ideas.
So, who's the main character?
Well, the main character is sort of a fictional person of myself, talking about my travels. It's a lot of it is just a personal narrative about this young man's travels from France across Italy.
Let me take a look. You always like to start a book halfway through and see if you're interested.
Actually, at this part definitely needs editing.
Oh, I think it's quite good.
Are you sure?
As I walked up the steps and entered the Louvre, I began to see myself, and I began to see her. Who's her?
Well, it didn't really happen to me, but I thought it would be a good addition to the book. It's this girl he meets halfway across his trip, and it's about this relationship that develops, but unfortunately she's promised to another man, and it's about her angst and anxiety, and as she really wants to spend the rest of her life with the fictional person of myself, but she's restricted.
Kenneth, this is quite good. You mind if I read through it tonight?
No, go right ahead.
Very
Again,
good.
love your input.
Very good, very good, very good. All right, well, I'll take this upstairs, and I'll see you in the morning.
Very good. Good night.
Kenneth.
Yes, Mother?
Kenneth, darling, how did it go?
It went well. Uncle Charlie seemed pretty positive about it.
Now, of course, your Uncle Charlie, he's very, very optimistic and very big in the writing world, and he'll give you lots of good contacts.
I'm not sure I want to use his contacts. I just want the book to speak for itself.
Oh, nonsense, Kenneth. You're way too stubborn about these things.
Mother.
The contacts are how you get on in life, and I'm determined to have my boy go on in life.
Mother, you need to stop trying to control me.
What would your father say?
Learn from your mother. Listen to her.
Exactly. Now go to bed. We've got lots to do tomorrow.
Very well.
Where are you? I need you to get here as soon as you can. Do you have the typewriter?
Uh-huh.
All right, very good. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Very good, thank you.
All right.
Kenneth, there's someone I'd like you to meet. This is Walter. He's with Matterhorn Publishing.
Nice to meet
Oh,
you.
Walter,
Nice
nice
to
to
meet you.
He'd like to look at your manuscript. Would you mind if he takes a look?
Sure, I have it right on the shelf over
Oh,
here.
yeah, excellent.
Here you
let's see
are.
this.
So go ahead and read that. We'll be out back. We'll talk.
Okay. Charlie, can I speak to you for just one moment?
No, go ahead and read that. We'll be out back.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Uncle Charles.
But
Good to meet you, Walter.
So, do you have a title for the book yet?
I still can't come up with a title, Uncle Charles. I mean, I don't know. Every time I come up with one, I come up with a million reasons why it shouldn't be that.
I know. I know that dilemma.
I mean, what's really gonna draw people to buy the book?
In
it
the
has,
end-
it has to be catchy, but I don't want it to be just meaningless.
Kenneth, listen.
What?
In the end, it's not about what draws people. It's about what tells the story. You want a title to reflect the crux of the story, the crux of the protagonist's battle against himself.
Well, it's more the journey.
Indeed. And through the journey there is struggle and there is mental turmoil, right?
So how can we portray this journey, the struggle journey?
Hey,
Traveling.
Charlie.
Walter, just
Oh,
give
Walter.
us a moment. Give us a moment,
Okay,
please.
I just had a question.
Please, just finish reading.
Titles.
Okay.
Journeying, a train.
I have it. A train to Paris.
That's
Right? Because that's
to
where the
Paris,
central point of the story turns. That's where you met Juliet.
That's right. I did.
And then
train
you
to
go to
Paris.
Paris and you get to know each other better and all that
I
stuff.
like
But
it.
it's about the journey to Paris, which
I like
is
it,
where the
Uncle Charlie.
character learned who he really was. I like it. I think that's good.
Well, do you have
Walter, come in here.
Oh,
Yeah,
Walter.
yeah,
come back.
Charlie. Can I speak to you for a minute,
know
Charlie?
I know I told you we would consider we would discuss it with the board, but I really think that, as a member of the board, that you should consider this because we have a title now. We have a title. It's called A Train to Paris.
Oh, that's a good title.
Uncle Charlie, I wasn't sure actually.
Now,
that-
how do you feel about accepting this as a Matterhorn Publishing
Walter,
under the name of
Uncle
Kenneth
Charlie,
O'Neill?
Uncle Charlie, listen, I'm not sure I actually want to go with Matterhorn.
What?
But Matterhorn Publishing is a very good publishing house.
But I wanted to go. There's a friend of mine, and he has a small publishing company.
No,
and I wanted-
no, Kenneth. I won't be hearing any of this. You want to be successful. You want to have your name.
But in my own way.
Charlie, can I speak to you for excuse us, Kenneth?
Sorry. What is it?
You know I can't write checks for material. I don't have that kind of power.
Just because you're an editor doesn't mean you can't do some good for your boss.
But I don't have the kind of authority to authorize. That's for development.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The manuscript will go to me, and I will take care of the rest of the plan. Right?
Okay. All right. Okay, if you're sure.
I'm sure.
Kenneth, my boy, we're
Yes.
How much would you like for your manuscript here?
I've made a decision. I'm not going to sell it to Matterhorn.
Kenneth, please, listen to reason.
We'll offer you a very good price.
I don't care about the price.
This is your big break. This is one of the biggest publishing houses in America.
I don't want to sell out. All right.
You know
I don't
what?
Want,
You know
no,
what?
I want to build my own future. I don't want to have it handed to me by Matterhorn.
You need some time to think about this. Walter, why don't you give us some time? We'll spend some time as a family today, and we'll talk tomorrow. You can go back to the hotel.
Okay, I'll be in the hotel.
Good to meet
nice
you.
to meet you, Kenneth.
Yes.
This is a lovely manuscript.
Thank you. Though.
Yes,
I hope
yes,
you will
I'll-
allow
I'll
us the
take that.
privilege.
Thank you, Walter.
Okay. All right. I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Uncle Charlie.
Please, Kenneth, think it over.
I'm getting concerned. I don't know if this any good is going to come of this. Charlie's always been a very jealous and greedy person ever since his first success, and I'm worried what's going to happen to Kenneth if he says no to this deal. The phone. I don't know. Hello?
Hello, Walter?
Yes. Charlie.
Yeah, we need to talk. Do you have a moment?
Of course. Did he take the deal?
No.
What?
Listen, are you alone?
Yes, I'm alone.
Very good. I need you to meet me early tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock.
I can do that.
Very good, I'll see you then.
All right, see you then. Oh, no.
Morning, Uncle Charles.
Good morning, Kenneth. How are you?
I'm good. I slept in late. I wanted to get up early and work on my book, but...
You did indeed. Well, I've been up for hours. It's a beautiful day. Why don't you say after breakfast we go for a walk along the coast?
Sounds fine with me. What have you been doing?
Oh, just this and that, really. Trying to relax.
I'm glad I'm able to finally take a nice walk. Clear my mind, Uncle Charles.
This is quite a nice area. I'm glad we came all the way up here.
Yes. You know, there's a road right down there.
There is indeed. I was just thinking, why don't we walk down?
It's right along the edge of the cliff. It's actually nice. Beautiful day.
Kenneth, have you had a chance to think it over about Matterhorn Publishing?
Uncle Charles, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I really don't think I'm going to go with Matterhorn. It's
Then
just
Kenneth?
not in my best interest. I want to go out on my own. But, Uncle Charles, what are you doing? Uncle Charles!
Kenneth, you're brilliant. I'm sorry I have to do this.
Uncle Charles, no!
Well done,
Are you
Walter.
alright? Is he
He's dead.
dead?
All right. I need you to drive me back to the house.
But the car...
Leave the body here.
There's blood everywhere!
We have to go tell the family.
This is not what I signed up for. Come on, let's go! And now, in News on the Nines. The police in Massachusetts are still investigating the tragic death of one Kenneth O'Neill. The aspiring author, who lived on the eastern coast of Massachusetts, was tragically hit and run by a motorist who is yet to be identified by the police. This latest spokesman said that the crime was punishable by death in the state. And now, in other news, the New York Times has released their 1953 New York Best Time Sellers list. At the top of the list, for the first time since 1935, is Mr. Charles Newman with his best-selling book, A Train to Paris. Mr. Newman said in a recent interview that he was glad to have the privilege of being at the top of the list again and was honored by the New York Times' attention to his latest work of fancy. And now what other news?
Walter, what are you writing there?
Oh, nothing. Just my journal.
Listen, I know with the book being published and hitting the top of the charts, it may bring back some unpleasant memories of last summer.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you, too. I couldn't have made it work without my editor.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, all to bring out the best.
Listen, I know this was difficult, but look where we are. We had to work hard, we had to overcome obstacles, we had to take risks and do things that maybe we might regret, but look at us now.
But, Charlie,
Walter, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been making more money in your life than you are right now?
Well, no,
No, of course not, and neither have I. This is what success is. You stop at nothing to achieve what you want.
But at what cost? How...
Walter, sometimes the end justifies the means.
Thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen. This lovely short radio broadcast has been brought to you today by Matterhorn Publishing. We stop at nothing but to bring you the best. Thanks again for listening, and have a wonderful day.
That was... this broadcast has been recorded on... What is this? April 24th. April 24th, 2010, starring myself, Jason Cunningham, Brett Jansen as Kenneth O'Neill, and Danny Mays as Charles Newman. Danny Mays stayed up till 3 a.m. last night, which explains a lot of the way the show was produced.
This show came. In a little bit, we'll be giving you outtakes. There were some fun moments where we kind of lost it. What was my favorite one? The one where we said, "Oh, would you like to go walk by the cliff so you can push me off?"
Here's a shotgun, blow me.
That was a good moment.
That was good. I like this. In case you haven't noticed, we sort of turned it around at the end and made it into this sort of ridiculously macabre ad for Matterhorn Publishing, which condones murdering people so that they can have their stories published.
Matterhorn?
Top 10 of the New York best list.
I think we might have to have Matterhorn be a new sponsor for SDP Radio.
Yeah, it's great. The most macabre publishing company in the history of the United States.
Brett, do you have any thoughts on this episode of Post Show Notes?
Nah, that was pretty good. Oh, I guess I'm talking, so I do have thoughts.
Well, if you're talking anyway.
Brett's only thought, which came out in the course of our breaks, is that Brett not only has seen Twilight, but he is also very firm in his Team Jacob loyalty.
Oh, firm.
Darn right.
Yeah, that was kind of...
Team Jacob.
It was kind of hostile. We had
It's a good team to be on, you know?
a representative from Team Jacob and Team... What was the other guy's name?
I believe that would be Edward. Danny, did you
Yeah,
want to say something
Edward.
about yourself
Yeah,
there?
I'm guilty. I'm all the way Team Edward.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there were a lot
Jason's
of
Team
tensions in the-
Bella.
Yeah, Jason's Team Bella.
You see, I haven't seen it, so I don't know who Bella is, or Edward or Jacob, but...
They're the three
Jason,
main...
stop
It's a
defending
love
yourself. You
triangle,
know that you've seen it.
basically.
Oh, maybe I have
Yeah,
seen it.
this is really bad if at the end of an SDP broadcast we're explaining how Twilight works.
Yeah, anyway, thanks for listening. Stay tuned. SilverDomeRadio.blogspot.com. Listen to all our archives. Look forward to seeing you there. Goodbye.